4.2 Warming up. Chit chat. 1. Discuss the following in your groups. A. Various social evils that exist in big cities, small towns, villages. Answer. Evils in big cities are increasing population, unemployment, poverty, slums and squatter settlements, insecurity of girls and ladies, overinflation, dirty back lanes, heavy traffic, shortage of water, mismanagement of garbage, crimes, pollution, tension, etc. Evils in small towns are unemployment, slums, insecurity of girls and ladies, overinflation, dirty back lanes, shortage of water, mismanagement of garbage, crimes, pollution, etc. Evils in villages are poverty, inequality, discrimination on the basis of caste, gender, religion, etc., shortage of clean drinking water, lack of basic facilities, custom of dowry, illiteracy, especially illiteracy of girls and women, insecurity of girls and ladies, overinflation, etc. Students should think of more points to add to the list. 2. Very few youngsters like to take up social work as a career. Discuss reasons why they do not take it up seriously. Answer. There are so many reasons for not taking up social work seriously as a career by youngsters. They are 1. Insensitivity, 2. Their luxurious lifestyles, 3. Faithlessness about society, 4. Indifference about poor and needy, 5. Crave for wealth and luxury. Students should think of more points to add to the list. 1. Adjectives and some adverbs can be used in 3 degrees of comparison. Positive, for example, cold, tall, heavy, fast, beautiful, little, etc. Comparative, for example, colder, taller, heavier, faster, more beautiful, less, etc. Superlative, for example, coldest, tallest, heaviest, fastest, most beautiful, least, etc. Answer. Positive, comparative, superlative. Simple, simpler, simplest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Deep, deeper, deepest. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. Good, well, better, best. Affectionate, more affectionate, most affectionate. Young, younger, youngest. Near, nearer, nearest. Quick, quicker, quickest. Many, more, most. Much, more, most. 2. Pick out Hindi words used in the story written in English. 1. Bholi, simpleton. Numbardar, an official who collects revenue. Tehsildar, sub-divisional magistrate. Sahib, owner. Pitaji, father. 3. Write 3 advantages and 3 drawbacks for each of the following. Advantages, disadvantages. Answer. City life. Advantages. 1. More job opportunities. 2. Wide roads and easy transport facilities. 3. Hospitals with advanced medical technology. 4. More entertainment facilities. Drawbacks. 1. More competition. 2. Heavy traffic. 3. Fast and restless life. 4. Pollution. Village life. Advantages. 1. Clean and green atmosphere. 2. Pure air, fresh vegetables and fruits. 3. Peaceful life. 4. Larger living spaces. Drawbacks. 1. Discrimination on the basis of caste and gender. 2. Shortage of pure drinking water. 3. Less medical facilities. 4. Gender discrimination on the basis of caste and gender. 5. Not much importance given to women's education. 4.2 Bholi. K.A. Abbas, 1914 to 1987, was an Indian film director, novelist, screenwriter, and a journalist in Urdu, Hindi, and English languages.
K.A. अब्बास 1914 ते 1987 भारतीय चित्रपट दिग्दर्शक, कादंबरीकार, पटकथा लेखक आणि उर्दू, हिंदी आणि इंग्रजी भाषेतील पत्रकार होते.
His films won national awards. He is considered one of the pioneers of Indian parallel or neo-realistic cinema.
त्यांच्या चित्रपटांना राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार मिळाले होते. भारतीय समानांतर चित्रपट किंवा नववास्तववादी चित्रपटांचे प्रणेते मानले जात.
His column Last Page holds the distinction of being one of the longest running columns in the history of Indian journalism.
भारतीय पत्रकारितेच्या इतिहासात त्यांचे लास्ट पेज हा स्तंभ म्हणजेच कॉलम सर्वात प्रदीर्घ काळ चालणारा स्तंभ म्हणून मान्यता प्राप्त आहे.
Her name was Sulekha, but since her childhood, everyone had been calling her Bholi the Simpleton. Simpleton means one who can be easily deceived to believe anything.
म्हणजेच भोळसट. तिचे नाव सुलेखा होते, पण तिच्या बालपणापासूनच सर्वजण तिला भोली म्हणजे भोळसर असलेली अशी हाक मारत असत.
She was the fourth daughter of Numberdar Ramlal. Numberdar means an official who collects revenue.
म्हणजेच महसूल अधिकारी. ती महसूल गोळा करणाऱ्या रामलालची चौथी मुलगी होती.
When she was 10 months old, she had fallen off the cot on her head and perhaps it had damaged some part of her brain. That was why she remained a backward child and came to be known as Bholi the Simpleton.
ती जेव्हा 10 महिन्यांची होती तेव्हा ती पलंगावरून खाली डोक्यावर पडली आणि पडल्यामुळे बहुतेक तिच्या मेंदूला दुखापत झाली असावी. त्यामुळे कदाचित तिची इतर मुलांपेक्षा कमी प्रगती झाली होती आणि म्हणून तिला भोली किंवा भोळसर असे नाव पडले.
At birth, the child was very fair and pretty. But when she was 2 years old, she had an attack of smallpox. Only the eyes were saved. But the entire body was permanently disfigured by deep black pockmarks. Disfigured means spoiled.
म्हणजे खराब झाला, आकारहीन झाला.
Pockmarks means permanent marks left on the skin.
देवीचे व्रण. जन्माच्या वेळेस ही मुलगी खूपच सुंदर आणि गोरी होती. पण 2 वर्षांची असताना तिला देवी आल्या. त्यामध्ये फक्त डोळे वाचले, पण संपूर्ण शरीरावर मात्र देवीचे वण उमटल्याने विद्रूप झाले होते.
Little Sulekha could not speak till she was 5, and when at last she learned to speak, she stammered. Stammer means speech defect.
म्हणजे तोतरे बोलणे. लहानगी सुलेखा 5 वर्षांची होईपर्यंत बोलू सुद्धा शकत नव्हती आणि जेव्हा बोलायला शिकली ती तोतरे बोलत असे.
The other children often made fun of her and mimicked her. As a result, she talked very little. दुसरी मुले तिची चेष्टा मस्करी करीत असत, त्यामुळे ती कमी बोलत असे. Ramlal had 7 children, 3 sons and 4 daughters, and the youngest of them was Bholi. It was a prosperous farmer's household and there was plenty to eat and drink. रामलालला एकूण 7 मुले होती, 3 मुले आणि 4 मुली. त्यापैकी सर्वात लहान भोली होती. ते एक समृद्ध शेतकऱ्याचे घर होते आणि तेथे खाण्यापिण्याची कमतरता नव्हती. All the children except Bholi were healthy and strong. The sons had been sent to the city to study in schools and later in colleges. भोली सोडून इतर सर्व मुले ही निरोगी आणि धष्टपुष्ट होती. मुलांना शिकण्यासाठी शहरात प्रथम शाळेत व नंतर कॉलेजमध्ये शिकण्यास पाठवले होते. Of the daughters, Radha the eldest had already been married. The second daughter Mangla's marriage had also been settled. Ramlal would think of the third, Champa. मुलींपैकी सर्वात मोठी मुलगी राधाचे लग्न झाले होते. दुसरी मुलगी मंगलाचे लग्न ठरले होते. रामलाल त्याच्या तिसऱ्या मुलीच्या
चंपाच्या लग्नाच्या विचारात होता.
They were good looking, healthy girls, and it was not difficult to find bridegrooms for them.
सर्व मुली दिसायला खूप चांगल्या होत्या आणि त्यांच्यासाठी मुलगा शोधणे फारसे कठीण नव्हते.
But Ramlal was worried about Bholi. She had neither good looks nor intelligence.
पण रामलाल भोलीबद्दल चिंता करीत असे. ती दिसायलाही सुंदर नव्हती आणि तिच्याकडे बुद्धीही नव्हती.
Bholi was 7 years old when Mangla was married. The same year, a primary school for girls was opened in their village.
भोली जेव्हा 7 वर्षांची होती तेव्हा मंगलाचे लग्न झाले. त्याच वर्षी त्यांच्या गावात मुलींसाठी प्राथमिक विद्यालय उघडले होते.
The Tehsildar Sahib came to perform its opening ceremony.
त्या विद्यालयाचे उद्घाटन तहसीलदार साहेबांच्या हातून झाले होते.
He said to Ramlal, "As a revenue official, you are the representative of the government in the village, and so you must set an example to the villagers. You must send your daughter to school."
ते रामलालला म्हणाले, महसूल अधिकारी म्हणून तुम्ही गावामधील सरकारचे प्रतिनिधी आहात आणि त्यामुळे तुम्ही गावकऱ्यांसमोर एक आदर्श ठेवला पाहिजे. तुम्ही तुमच्या मुलीला शाळेत शिकण्यासाठी पाठवले पाहिजे.
That night, when Ramlal consulted his wife, she cried, "Are you crazy? If girls go to school, who will marry them?"
त्या रात्री रामलालने आपल्या पत्नीशी चर्चा केली. अशी ती ओरडून म्हणाली, तुम्हाला काय वेडबीड लागले की काय? जर मुली शाळेत शिकायला गेल्या तर त्यांच्याशी लग्न कोण करणार?
But Ramlal had not the courage to disobey the Tehsildar.
पण रामलालकडे तहसीलदाराची अवज्ञा करण्याचे धैर्य नव्हते.
At last his wife said, "I will tell you what to do. Send Bholi to school. As it is, there is little chance of her getting married, with her ugly face and lack of sense. Let the teachers at school worry about her."
शेवटी त्याची बायको म्हणाली, मी तुम्हाला सांगते काय करायचे ते. भोलीला शाळेत पाठवा. तसेही तिच्या विद्रूप चेहऱ्यामुळे आणि मतिमंदतेमुळे तिचे लग्न होण्याची शक्यता फारच कमी आहे. शाळेतील शिक्षकांनाच तिची चिंता करू द्या.
The next day, Ramlal caught Bholi by the hand and said, "Come with me. I will take you to school."
दुसऱ्या दिवशी रामलालने भोलीचा हात पकडला आणि म्हणाला, चल माझ्या बरोबर, मी तुला शाळेत घेऊन जातो.
Bholi was frightened. She did not know what a school was like.
भोली घाबरून गेली. तिला शाळा म्हणजे काय हे माहीतच नव्हते.
She remembered how a few days ago their old cow Lakshmi had been turned out of the house and sold.
तिच्या ध्यानात आले की कसे काही दिवसांपूर्वी त्यांच्या लक्ष्मी नावाच्या म्हाताऱ्या गाईला घरातून बाहेर काढून विकले होते.
"No, no, 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 no," she shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip.
ना ना ना, नाही नाही, भीतीने ती ओरडायला लागली आणि तिच्या वडिलांच्या पकडीतून तिचा हात काढून घेतला.
"What's the matter with you, you fool?" shouted Ramlal. "I'm only taking you to school."
काय झाले अगं मूर्ख मुली? रामलाल ओरडला. मी तुला फक्त शाळेत घेऊन जात आहे.
Then he told his wife, "Let her wear some decent clothes today, or else what will the teachers and the other schoolgirls think of us when they see her?"
नंतर त्याने त्याच्या पत्नीस सांगितले, तिला आज जरा चांगले कपडे घाल, नाहीतर जेव्हा तिला शिक्षक आणि इतर शाळेतल्या मुली बघतील तेव्हा काय म्हणतील?
New clothes had never been made for Bholi. The old dresses of her sisters were passed on to her. No one cared to mend or wash her clothes.
भोलीसाठी कधीही नवीन कपडे शिवले नव्हते. तिच्या बहिणींचे जुने कपडेच तिला घालत असत. तिचे कपडे धुणे किंवा कपडे शिवण्याची कोणीही तसदी घेत नसत.
But today she was lucky to receive a clean dress which had shrunk after many washing and no longer fitted Champa.
पण आज तिला नवीन स्वच्छ फ्रॉक मिळाला होता, जो धुवून धुवून छोटा झाल्यामुळे चंपाला घट्ट होत होता.
She was even bathed and oil was rubbed into her dry and matted hair. Matted means entangled.
म्हणजेच गुंतागुंत झालेले, गुंतलेले. तिच्या डोक्याला तेल लावून केसांचा गुद्दा काढून तिला व्यवस्थित आंघोळी घातली होती.
Only then did she begin to believe that she was being taken to a place better than her home.
तेव्हा कुठे तिला विश्वास बसला होता की तिला घरापेक्षा जास्त चांगल्या ठिकाणी घेऊन जात आहेत.
When they reached the school, the children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal handed over his daughter to the headmistress.
जेव्हा ते शाळेत पोहोचले, मुले आधीच वर्गात गेली होती. रामलालने त्याच्या मुलीला हेडमास्तरीण बाईंच्या हवाली केले.
Left alone, the poor girl looked about her with fear-laden eyes. There were several rooms, and in each room, girls like her squatted on mats, reading from books or writing on slates. Squatted, sat on their heels.
म्हणजेच टाचांवर बसलेल्या. एकटीच असलेली गरीब बिचारी ती मुलगी घाबरलेल्या डोळ्यांनी बघत होती. तिथे बऱ्याच खोल्या होत्या आणि प्रत्येक वर्गात तिच्यासारख्या मुली चटईवर काहीतरी वाचत किंवा लिहित पाय दुमडून बसल्या होत्या.
The headmistress asked Bholi to sit down in a corner in one of the classrooms.
हेडमास्तरीण बाईंनी भोलीला अशा एका वर्गात कोपऱ्यात बसण्यास सांगितले.
Bholi did not know what exactly a school was like and what happened there. But she was glad to find so many girls almost of her own age present there. She hoped that one of these girls might become her friend.
भोलीला शाळा म्हणजे नक्की काय असते आणि तिथे जाऊन काय करतात हे माहितही नव्हते. पण तिच्याच सारख्या खूप मुलींना बघून तिला आनंद झाला होता. त्यांच्यापैकी एखादी तरी आपली मैत्रीण होईल अशी ती आशा करत होती.
The lady teacher who was in the class was saying something to the girls, but Bholi could understand nothing.
वर्गातील शिक्षकबाई मुलींना काहीतरी सांगत होत्या, पण भोलीला त्यातले काहीही समजत नव्हते.
She looked at the pictures on the wall. The colors fascinated her.
ती वर्गाच्या भिंतीवर लावलेल्या चित्रांकडे बघत होती. चित्रांमधील रंगांमुळे ती भारून गेली.
The horse was brown, just like the horse on which the Tehsildar had come to visit their village.
चित्रामधील घोडा तहसीलदार ज्या घोड्यावरून गावात भेट देण्यासाठी आला होता त्या घोड्यासारखाच तपकिरी रंगाचा होता.
The goat was black, like the goat of their neighbor.
शेजारच्यांकडे जशी बकरी होती तशीच चित्रातही काळ्या रंगाची बकरी होती.
The parrot was green, like the parrot she had seen in the mango orchard.
आंब्याच्या बागेत बघितलेल्या पोपटासारखाच पोपट हिरव्या रंगाचा होता.
And the cow was just like their Lakshmi.
आणि गाय होती ती सुद्धा अगदी त्यांच्या लक्ष्मीसारखीच दिसणारी.
And suddenly, Bholi noticed that the teacher was standing by her side, smiling at her.
आणि अचानक बाई तिच्या बाजूला येऊन उभ्या आहेत असे तिला जाणवले. त्या तिच्याकडे बघून स्मित करत होत्या.
What's your name, little one?
बाळ, तुझे नाव काय?
Bho. She could stammer no further than that.
भो. यापेक्षा जास्त काही तिला बोलता येत नव्हते.
Then she began to cry and tears flowed from her eyes in a helpless flood. In a helpless flood means uncontrolled flow of tears.
म्हणजेच अश्रूंचा महापूर. नंतर तिने रडायला सुरुवात केली आणि ती इतकी रडत होती की अश्रूंचा महापूर आला.
She kept her head down as she sat in her corner, not daring to look up at the girls who she knew were still laughing at her.
ती वर्गाच्या कोपऱ्यात गुडघ्यात डोके खुपसून बसली होती. मान वर करून बघण्याची तिची हिंमत नव्हती. तिला खात्री होती की इतर मुली तिला अजूनही हसत आहेत.
When the school bell rang, all the girls scurried out of the classroom. Scurried means ran or moved away in a hurry.
म्हणजेच घाईने पळून गेल्या. शाळेची घंटा वाजली आणि सगळ्या मुली घाईघाईने वर्गाबाहेर पळत होत्या.
But Bholi dared not leave her corner. Her head still lowered, she kept on sobbing.
पण भोली तिच्या जागेवरून अजिबात उठली नाही. पायांमध्ये डोके खुपसून मुसमुसत तशीच कोपऱ्यात बसून राहिली.
Bholi, the teacher's voice was so soft and soothing. In all her life, she had never been called like that. It touched her heart.
भोली, बाईंचा आवाज एकदम मृदू आणि शांत होता. तिच्या आतापर्यंतच्या आयुष्यात तिला इतक्या हळुवारपणे कोणीही हाक मारली नव्हती. हे तिच्या मनाला स्पर्शून गेले होते.
Get up, said the teacher. It was not a command, but just a friendly suggestion. Bholi got up.
उठ, बाईंनी सांगितले. ती आज्ञा तर नव्हती, तर एक मैत्रीपूर्ण सुचवलेली गोष्ट होती. भोली उठून उभी राहिली.
Now tell me your name.
हा, आता तुझे नाव सांग मला.
Sweat broke out over her whole body. Would her stammering tongue again disgrace her? For the sake of this kind woman, however, she decided to make an effort. She had such a soothing voice, she would not laugh at her.
ती घामाघूम झाली. अशा दयाळू बाईंसाठी तरी तिचे तोतरेपण पुन्हा तिला दगा तर देणार नाही ना. तरी सुद्धा पुन्हा एकदा तिने प्रयत्न करण्याचा निर्णय घेतला. बाईंचा आवाज इतका मृदू होता की त्या तिच्यावर हसल्याही नसत्या.
Bho, she began to stammer.
भ भ तिची जीभ बोलताना पुन्हा अडखळत होती.
Well done, the teacher encouraged her. Come on now, the full name.
छान छान. शिक्षक बाई तिला प्रोत्साहन देत होत्या. चल, आता तुझे पूर्ण नाव.
Bholi. At last she was able to say it and felt relieved as if it was a great achievement.
भ भ भ भोली. शेवटी ती नाव सांगू शकली आणि तिला जग जिंकल्याचा आनंद होऊन ती थोडीशी विसावली.
Well done. The teacher patted her affectionately and said, Put the fear out of your heart and you will be able to speak like everyone else.
मस्तच. बाईंनी तिच्या पाठीवर प्रेमाने शाबासकी दिली आणि म्हणाल्या, तुझ्या मनातून तुझी भीती काढून टाक आणि बघ, तू पण इतरांसारखीच बोलू शकशील.
Bholi looked up as if to ask, Really?
खरंच? आश्चर्यचकित होऊन भोलीने त्यांच्याकडे बघून विचारले.
Yes, it will be very easy. You just come to school every day. Will you come?
हो हो, हे अगदीच सोपे आहे. तू फक्त रोज शाळेत येत जा. येशील ना?
Bholi nodded.
भोलीने मान हलवली.
No, say it aloud.
नाही, जोरात सांग.
Yes. And Bholi herself was astonished that she had been able to say it.
होय. आणि आपण बोलू शकलो हे पाहून भोली स्वतःच आश्चर्यचकित झाली.
Didn't I tell you? Now take this book.
मी तुला सांगितले नव्हते? आता हे पुस्तक घे.
The book was full of nice pictures and the pictures were in color. Dog, cat, goat, house, parrot, tiger and a cow just like Lakshmi. And with every picture was a word in big black letters.
ते पुस्तक छान छान चित्रांनी भरलेले होते आणि त्यात कुत्रा, मांजर, बकरी, घरे, पोपट, वाघ आणि लक्ष्मीसारख्या गायीची रंगीबेरंगी चित्रे होती व प्रत्येक चित्राबरोबर काळ्या मोठ्या अक्षरात काहीतरी शब्दात लिहिले होते.
In 1 month, you will be able to read this book. Then I will give you a bigger book, then a still bigger one. In time, you will be more learned than anyone else in the village. Then no one will ever be able to laugh at you. People will listen to you with respect and you will be able to speak without the slightest stammer. Understand? Now go home and come back early tomorrow morning.
एका महिन्यात तू हे पुस्तक वाचायला शिकशील. त्यानंतर मी तुला अजून मोठे पुस्तक देईन. मग अजून मोठे. मग अशी वेळ येईल की तुझ्या एवढे गावात शिकलेले कोणीच नसेल. मग तुझ्यावर कोणीही हसणार नाही. लोक तुझे बोलणे आदराने ऐकतील आणि तू अजिबात न अडखळता बोलू शकशील. कळलं? आता घरी जा आणि उद्या सकाळी लवकर ये.
Bholi felt as if suddenly all the bells in the village temple were ringing and the trees in front of the schoolhouse had blossomed into big red flowers. Her heart was throbbing with a new hope and a new life.
मंदिरामधील सगळ्या घंटा एकदम अचानक वाजायला लागल्या आहेत असे भोलीला वाटले आणि शाळेसमोरील घराच्या जवळची झाडे मोठ्या मोठ्या लाल फुलांनी बहरली आहेत. नवीन आशेने आणि नवजीवनाने तिचे हृदय धडधडू लागले.
Thus the years passed.
अशी अनेक वर्ष लोटली.
The village became a small town. The little primary school became a high school.
गाव आता छोटे शहरच बनले होते. प्राथमिक शाळा आता माध्यमिक शाळा झाली होती.
There were now a cinema under a tin shed and a cotton ginning mill. Ginning means separating raw cotton from its seeds.
म्हणजेच कापूस पिंजणे. पत्र्याच्या शेड खाली चित्रपट लागत होते आणि एक कापसापासून सरकी वेगळी करण्याची मिलही आली होती.
The mail train began to stop at their railway station.
सामान वाहून नेणारी रेल्वे आता तेथील रेल्वे स्टेशनवर थांबत होती.
One night, after dinner, Ramlal said to his wife, "Then, shall I accept Bishambar's proposal?"
एका रात्री जेवण झाल्यावर रामलाल त्याच्या पत्नीस म्हणाला, विश्वंभरचा प्रस्ताव मी मान्य करू का?
Yes, certainly, his wife said. Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. A big shop, a house of his own, and I hear several thousands in the bank. Moreover, he is not asking for any dowry.
होय, नक्कीच, त्याची बायको म्हणाली. असा सुस्थितीतला मुलगा मिळाला तर भोली खरंच नशीबवान असेल. मोठे दुकान, स्वतःचे घर आणि असे ऐकले आहे की बँकेमध्ये खूप हजारो रुपये आहेत. त्याहीपेक्षा महत्वाचे की ते हुंडाही मागत नाहीत.
That's right. But he is not so young, you know, almost the same age as I am, and he also limps. Moreover, the children from his first wife are quite grown up.
ते ठीक आहे, पण तो तितका तरुण नाही. माहित आहे का की तो जवळपास माझ्याच वयाचा असेल आणि तो लंगोडतो सुद्धा. शिवाय त्याच्या पहिल्या बायकोपासून असलेली मुलेही बरीच मोठी आहेत.
So what does it matter? His wife replied. 45 or 50, it is no great age for a man. We are lucky that he is from another village and does not know about her pockmarks and her lack of sense. If we don't accept this proposal, she may remain unmarried all her life.
मग काय झाले? त्याच्या बायकोने विचारले. 45-50 हे काही पुरुषांचे जास्त वय नाही. आपण भाग्यवान आहोत की तो दुसऱ्या गावाचा आहे आणि त्याला तिच्या देवीच्या वर्णांचे व बुद्धी कमी असल्याबद्दल माहीत नाही. आपण जर हा प्रस्ताव मान्य केला नाही तर ती जन्मभर बिना लग्नाची राहील.
Yes, but I wonder what Bholi will say.
हो, ठीक आहे, पण भोली काय म्हणेल याचे मला नवल वाटते.
What will that witless one say? She is like a dumb cow.
ती मूर्ख काय म्हणणार आहे? ती एक गरीब गाय आहे.
Maybe you're right, muttered Ramlal.
कदाचित तू म्हणतेस ते बरोबर आहे.
In the other corner of the courtyard, Bholi lay awake on her cot and listened to her parents' whispered conversation.
खोलीच्या दुसऱ्या कोपऱ्यात भोली तिच्या पलंगावर पडून तिच्या आई वडिलांचे कुजबुजत चालणारे संभाषण ऐकत होती.
Bishambarnath was a well-to-do grocer. He came with a big party of friends and relations with him for the wedding.
विश्वंभरनाथ हा एक सुखवस्तू किराणा दुकानदार होता. तो लग्नासाठी आपल्या बऱ्याच मित्रांना आणि नातेवाईकांना घेऊन आला होता.
A brass band playing a popular tune from an Indian film headed the procession, with the bridegroom riding a decorated horse.
नवऱ्या मुलाला सजवलेल्या घोड्यावरून घेऊन जात भारतीय चित्रपटांमधील लोकप्रिय गाणी वाजवीत बँड पथक मिरवणुकीच्या पुढे चालत होते.
Ramlal was overjoyed to see such pomp and splendor. He had never dreamt that his fourth daughter would have such a grand wedding.
रामलाल हा बडेजाव आणि थाटमाट बघून हरखून गेला होता. त्याने कधीच कल्पना केली नव्हती की त्याच्या चौथ्या मुलीचे लग्न इतक्या थाटामाटात होईल.
Bholi's elder sisters, who had come for the occasion, were envious of her luck. Envious means jealous.
म्हणजेच हेवा, मत्सर. लग्नाला आलेल्या भोलीच्या मोठ्या बहिणी तिच्या नशिबाचा हेवा करीत होते.
When the auspicious moment came, the priest said, "Bring the bride." Bholi, clad in a red silken bridal dress, was led to the bride's place near the sacred fire.
जेव्हा शुभ क्षण जवळ आले तेव्हा गुरुजी म्हणाले, नवऱ्या मुलीला घेऊन या. लाल रेशमी साडीत वधूच्या वेशभूषेत भोलीला होमाजवळ वधूच्या जागेवर आणले.
Garland the bride, one of his friends prompted Vishambar Nath.
मुलीला हार घाला. विश्वंभर नाथच्या एका मित्राने त्याला संकेत केला.
The bridegroom lifted the garland of yellow marigolds. A woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face.
झेंडूच्या फुलांचा हार नवऱ्या मुलीने हातात घेतला. एका बाईने एक दृष्टिक्षेप टाकण्यासाठी वधूच्या चेहऱ्यावरून तिचा पदर बाजूला केला.
Vishambar took a quick glance. The garland remained poised in his hands. Poised means in a fixed position.
म्हणजेच समतोल. विश्वंभरने पटकन तिच्याकडे पाहिले. घालण्यासाठी सरसावलेली माळ त्याच्या हातातच थबकली.
The bride slowly pulled down the veil over her face.
नवऱ्या मुलीने तिच्या चेहऱ्यावर पदर ओढून घेतला.
Have you seen her? Said Vishambar to the friend next to him. She has pock marks on her face.
तुम्ही तिला पाहिलेत का? जवळच असलेल्या आपल्या मित्राला विश्वंभरने विचारले. तिच्या चेहऱ्यावर देवीचे व्रण आहेत.
So what? You're not young either.
मग काय झाले? तुम्ही सुद्धा तरुण नाही आहात.
Maybe, but if I am to marry her, her father must give me 5,000 rupees.
तरी पण जर मी हिच्याशी लग्न करणार आहे तर तिच्या वडिलांनी मला 5,000 रुपये द्यावेत.
Ramlal went and placed his turban, his honor, at Vishambar's feet. Do not humiliate me so. Take 2,000 rupees. Humiliate means put to shame.
म्हणजेच अपमानित करणे. रामलालने त्याचा मान असलेली पगडी विश्वंभरच्या पायावर ठेवली. माझा असा अपमान करू नका. 2,000 घ्या.
No, 5,000 or we go back. Keep your daughter.
नाही, 5,000. नाहीतर आम्ही परत जाऊ. तुमची मुलगी तुमच्याजवळ ठेवा.
Be a little considerate, please. If you go back, I can never show my face in the village.
कृपया थोडा तरी विचार करा. जर तुम्ही परत गेलात तर गावात मी माझे तोंड दाखवू शकणार नाही.
Then out with 5,000.
मग 5,000 काढा.
Tears streaming down his face, Ramlal went in, opened the safe, and counted out the notes. He placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet.
रामलालच्या डोळ्यातून अश्रू ओघळत होते. तो घरात गेला. तिजोरी उघडली आणि नोटा मोजल्या. त्याने नोटांचे बंडल नवरदेवाच्या पायावर ठेवले.
On Vishambar's greedy face appeared a triumphant smile. He had gambled and won. Give me the garland, he announced.
विश्वंभरच्या लोभी चेहऱ्यावर एक विजयी स्मित दिसू लागले. त्याने सौदा केला आणि तो जिंकला. मला हार द्या, त्याने घोषणा केली.
Once again, the veil was slipped back from the bride's face, but this time her eyes were not downcast. Downcast means looking downwards.
म्हणजेच खाली बघणे. पुन्हा एकदा वधूच्या चेहऱ्यावरील पदर सरकला, पण यावेळेस तिची नजर खाली नव्हती.
She was looking up, looking straight at her prospective husband, and in her eyes there was neither anger nor hate, only cold contempt. Prospective means future.
म्हणजेच संभाव्य.
Contempt means hatred.
म्हणजेच तिरस्कार. ती ताठपणे तिच्या होणाऱ्या नवऱ्याकडे बघत होती आणि तिच्या डोळ्यात रागही नव्हता आणि द्वेषही नव्हता. फक्त भावना शून्य तिरस्कार होता.
Vishambar raised the garland to place it round the bride's neck, but before he could do so, Bholi's hand struck out like a streak of lightning and the garland was flung into the fire. She got up and threw away the veil.
विश्वंभरने वधूच्या गळ्यात माळ घालण्यासाठी हात पुढे सरसावले. तो असे करणार तेवढ्यात भोलीचा हात विजेच्या गतीने सरसावला आणि तिने माळ पेटत्या हवनामध्ये फेकून दिली. ती उठली आणि तिने चेहऱ्यावरची ओढणी काढून फेकून दिली.
Pitaji, said Bholi in a clear, loud voice, and her father, mother, sisters, brothers, relations, and neighbors were startled to hear her speak without even the slightest stammer. Startled means shocked.
म्हणजेच धक्का बसला. बाबा, भोली स्पष्ट आवाजात ओरडली आणि तिचे वडील, आई, बहिणी, भाऊ, नातेवाईक, शेजारी सगळ्यांना धक्का बसला की थोडेही न अडखळता ती कशी बोलत आहे.
Pitaji, take back your money. I am not going to marry this man.
बाबा, तुमचे पैसे परत घ्या. मी या माणसाशी लग्न करणार नाही.
Ramlal was thunderstruck. The guests began to whisper, so shameless, so ugly, and so shameless.
रामलाल जागच्या जागीच थिजून गेला. आलेले पाहुणे एकमेकांशी कुजबुजत होते. किती निर्लज्जपणा आहे हा, विद्रूप आणि निर्लज्ज.
Bholi, are you crazy? Shouted Ramlal. You want to disgrace your family? Have some regard for our izzat.
भोली, तुला वेड लागले आहे का? रामलाल ओरडला. तुझ्या कुटुंबाची तुला नाचक्की करायची आहे का? थोडं तरी इज्जतीकडे लक्ष असू दे.
For the sake of your izzat, said Bholi, I was willing to marry this lame old man. But I will not have such a mean, greedy and contemptible coward as my husband. I won't, I won't, I won't. Mean means wicked.
म्हणजेच दुष्ट.
Contemptible, hateful.
म्हणजेच तिरस्कारणीय. तुमच्या इज्जतीसाठीच, भोली म्हणाली, मी या लंगड्या माणसाशी लग्न करण्यास तयार झाले. पण माझ्या होणाऱ्या नवऱ्यासारखी मी इतकीही कोत्या मनाची, हपापलेली आणि तिरस्कार करण्यायोग्य भेकड नाही. मी लग्न करणार नाही, करणार नाही, करणार नाही.
What a shameless girl. We all thought she was a harmless dumb cow.
किती निर्लज्ज मुलगी आहे. आम्ही तिला निरुपद्रवी गाय समजत होतो.
Factual question. Think and discuss. Appearance of Bholi. Answer. A. Bholi suffered from smallpox when she was 5 years old. B. Although she was very fair and pretty at birth, the smallpox left deep black pockmarks on her face and body. C. Everything except her eyes was disfigured because of it. Ramlal's decision to admit her to school. Answer. A. When Bholi was 7 years old, a school opened in the village. B. The Tehsildar asked Ramlal to set an example before the village by sending his daughter to school. C. As Ramlal didn't want to refuse the Tehsildar, he decided to consult his wife. D. Ramlal's wife didn't want to send her daughter to school, fearing that no one would marry her if she went to school. E. Later, Ramlal's wife agreed to send Bholi to school as she thought there was little chance of her ever getting married. What shows that Bholi was unwilling to go to school? Answer. Bholi was frightened when her father asked her to accompany him to school. She did not know what a school was like. She felt that she was being sold off because she remembered how a few days ago their old cow Lakshmi had been turned out of the house and sold. She shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip. Why did Ramlal's wife oppose sending Bholi to school? Answer. During those days, ordinary people could not think of sending their daughters to schools. Sending a daughter to school was considered unbecoming to a gentle and respected family. Besides, it was difficult to find a bridegroom for an educated girl. How did Bholi's parents change her appearance? When it was decided to send Bholi to school, she was given a clean, decent dress to wear, which had shrunk after many washes and no longer fitted Champa, Bholi's elder sister. She was even bathed and oil was rubbed into her dry and matted hair. This made Bholi look quite different. What made the class attractive to Bholi? The teacher asked Bholi her name and Bholi stammered while telling her name. At first, she was scared, but the teacher's soothing voice made the class attractive to her. Why did Bholi feel ashamed? How would you describe the teacher's attitude towards Bholi? Give 3 to 4 points. Answer. The teacher's attitude towards Bholi was very friendly and loving. She asked Bholi her name with a smiling face. Her voice was so soft and soothing while talking. Bholi had never been called like that, so it touched her heart and she began to feel comfortable. Which words could Bholi utter whole? Answer. The whole words Bholi could utter were Bholi and yes. How did the teacher encourage Bholi to overcome her stammering? Answer. When Bholi couldn't say her name and started crying, the teacher took Bholi's name in a soft and soothing voice which touched Bholi's heart, as she had never been called like that before. Then she politely asked Bholi to get up and asked her to try saying her name again. She encouraged Bholi to keep going when she heard her stammer. And when she finally said her name, the teacher patted her affectionately. She advised Bholi that if she takes the fear out of her heart, she will be able to speak like everyone else. She even gave Bholi a book to read that had pictures in it. She gave her the hope of a future where she would be more learned than anyone else in the village. People would listen to her with respect and she would speak without stammering. What were the drawbacks of Bishambar as a bridegroom? Answer. Bishambar was not so young. He was about 45 to 50 years of age, almost the same age as Ramlal, and he also limped. Moreover, his children from his first wife were quite grown up. Why were Bholi's parents eager to accept Bishambar's proposal for marriage? Bholi's parents were eager to accept Bishambar's proposal for marriage because the bridegroom Bishambarnath was the owner of a big shop. He was a well-to-do grocer and had a house of his own. He had several thousand rupees in the bank. Moreover, he was not asking any dowry. Since Bholi had a few drawbacks herself, her parents thought they would be unable to find a better bridegroom for her, even though she was several years younger. Why did the bridegroom refuse to garland Bholi? The bridegroom refused to garland Bholi because when he lifted the garland of yellow marigolds, a woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face, and the bridegroom took a quick glance and he noticed that the bride had pockmarks on her face. What was the expression on Bholi's face? When once again the veil was slipped back from Bholi's face, her eyes were not downcast. She was looking up, looking straight at her prospective husband, and in her eyes there was neither anger nor hate, only cold contempt. Bishambar raised the garland to place it round her neck, but before he could do so, Bholi's hand struck out like a streak of lightning and the garland was flung into the fire. She got up and threw away the veil. What shocked the family members? Answer. When Bholi said Pitaji in a clear, loud voice, her father, mother, sisters, brothers, relations and neighbors were all shocked to hear her speak without even the slightest stammer. Besides the humiliation and grief, what was Ramlal afraid of? Answer. Besides the humiliation and grief, Ramlal was afraid that no one would now marry Bholi after this incident, so what would her old parents do with her thereafter? Name the artist and the masterpiece. The teacher was the artist and the confident, self-reliant, educated Bholi was the masterpiece. English workshop. 1. Complete the following sentences using the words given in the brackets. Contemplating, humiliate, scurried, disfigured, envious, contemptible, matted, startled. A. After the accident, Juhi's face was dash. Answer. Disfigured. B. It took a long time to straighten the dash bundle of wood. Answer. Matted. C. After class, students dash out for their lunch break. Answer. Scurried. D. One should never dash the disabled people. Answer. Humiliate. E. Nutan was dash of a sister who won the Best Singer award. Answer. Envious. F. Corruption is a dash act. Answer. Contemptible. G. We are dash seriously about buying a new apartment. Answer. Contemplating. H. I was dash to see a snake in my room? Answer: startled. 2. The story focuses on some social problems and ill practices that are prevailing in the society. Read the text carefully and make a list of all social problems and ill practices. Discuss in the class to find some solutions to these problems. Social problems and ill practices. 1. Discrimination among a boy child and a girl child. 2. Child marriages. 3. Caste system. 4. Poverty. Probable solutions. Answer: 1. Both must be treated equal within the family, at school and in society. 2. Both girls and boys must not be married before the legal age. People should register a police complaint about such marriages. 3. Caste system can be discouraged through social education in rural areas. 4. Government should take more steps so that no one will be unemployed in the country. 3. Fill in the boxes with proper letters so as to find various characters in the story by their specialities. One is done for you. A. Numberdar. B. Answer: Teacher. Teacher. C. Answer: Tehsildar. Tehsildar. D. Answer: Headmistress. Headmistress. E. Answer: Father. Father. F. Answer: Neighbor. Neighbor. 4. Glance through the story again and describe Bholi's character before and after her meeting with the teacher. Complete the table and then write 2 paragraphs describing the change seen in her character. One is done for you. Answer: before. 1. She was called simpleton. Children made fun of her and mimicked her. After. 1. She became confident and was able to utter not only her name but also speak without hesitation. Before. 2. She was unable to read anything properly. After. She could easily read the books from school. Before. 3. Her parents worried about her getting married. After. She assured her parents she would take care of them. Before. 4. She had no way of being independent. After. She decided to become a teacher like the woman who guided her towards her success. Before meeting her teacher, who later became her guide in life, Bholi was a simpleton. She was unable to speak properly without stammering. The children laughed at her and copied her way of speaking to mock her. She was also unable to read as she had not been taught anything. Her parents worried about her marriage as nobody would have married her. She wouldn't be able to earn for herself and they would have to take care of her till they died. They further worried about what would happen to her after they were gone. After meeting her teacher, Bholi's confidence and sense of pride about herself increased. She could speak clearly without making any mistake and even learned to read properly. People stopped making fun of her because she became more capable. Her parents still worried about her, especially after she rejected getting married to Bishambarnath. But she assured them that she would take care of them herself. She was going to be a teacher like her own guru and help other girls like herself become capable. 5. Find synonyms from the story for the following words. A. Contentment. B. Shocked. C. Wicked. D. Hatred. E. Humiliate. Answer. The synonyms are A. Satisfaction. B. Startled. C. Mean. D. Contempt. E. Shame. 6. Expand the proverb in about 12 to 15 lines. Where there is a will, there is a way. Steps. 1. Explanation of the proverb in simple words. 2. Examples or experiences to prove the proverb. 3. Conclusion. Answer. Where there is a will, there is a way is a well-proven truth. Success and achievement in life are not possible without strong will, determination, devotion, and dedication. All the great and successful people who are role models for others have converted their failures into success. The list is endless. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Dhirubhai Ambani, Amitabh Bachchan, Bill Gates, Michael Faraday, Narayan Murthy, Helen Keller, Savitribai Phule, and so on. All the above mentioned names share one common thing. They are not quitters. They are winners. They knew the secret of success. They faced so many odds, but they didn't compromise with their vision and mission. They too may have faced many failures. Dr. Ambedkar was treated in very inhuman ways even in school. He was insulted so many times by the upper caste people, but he never gave up. He showed the oppressed, outcast people the way of education for their upliftment and welfare. He brought a positive change in the lives of lakhs of people. Due to his efforts, the social and economical status of so many people has changed. He was one of the greatest leaders in modern India. Today, Dr. Ambedkar has become an inspirational source not only for all Indians but also to various people around the world. Conclusion. So, in conclusion, we can say that people who have strong willpower and are ready to face challenges without giving up always become successful. Such people are the role models for the young generation. Seven. Read the extract beginning from Her name was Sulekha. Find bridegrooms for them. Narrate this extract in short, making Sulekha or Bholi the narrator. Write it in your notebook. Begin with I was named Sulekha. Answer. Activity for individuals. Students should do it in their notebooks. 8. Interview. Prepare a set of 10 to 12 questions that you would ask at an interview of a person who has strongly acted against social injustice and has achieved success in spite of a long struggle against so many odds in his or her life. Write them down in your notebook. Answer. 1. What's your full name? 2. Where did you complete or undergo your education? 3. What is your qualification? 4. What made you work or fight for this cause? 5. What challenges did you face in the process of achieving success? 6. Who helped you in your work? 7. How did your family support you? 8. Who motivated or influenced you during your difficult times? 9. What are your next goals and plans? 10. What message or advice would you like to give the young generation? Language study. 1. Rewrite the following in indirect speech. A. Put the fear out of your heart and you will be able to speak like everyone else. Bholi looked up as if to ask, Really? Answer. The teacher advised her to put the fear out of her heart and said, once she did that, she would be able to speak like everyone else. Bholi looked up curiously as if she wanted to ask if she was sure. B. Yes, certainly, his wife said. Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. Answer. His wife said that she was certain that Bholi would be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. C. What will that witless one say? She is like a dumb cow. Maybe you're right, muttered Ramlal. Answer. Bholi's mother told Ramlal that the witless one would not say anything as she was like a dumb cow. Ramlal muttered that she might be right. D. Be a little considerate, please. If you go back, I can never show my face in the village. Then out with 5,000. Answer. Ramlal pleaded with Bishambar to be a little considerate, as if he went back, he would never be able to show his face in the village. Bishambar told him to give him 5,000 rupees in that case. E. Pitaji, take back your money. I am not going to marry this man. Bholi, are you crazy? Shouted Ramlal. Bholi told her father loudly and clearly to take back his money because she was not going to marry that man. Ramlal shouted at Bholi asking her if she was crazy. 2. Rewrite a sentence is given as per the given degree of comparison without changing the meanings. A. You are not as young as she is. Comparative degree. Answer. She is younger than you. B. His fourth daughter's wedding was the grandest of all. Positive. No other wedding was as grand as his fourth daughter's wedding. No other wedding was as grand as the one of his fourth daughter. C. Bholi was younger than all his other daughters. Superlative. Bholi was his youngest daughter. 3. Correct the errors in the following sentences. Focus on verbs and subject. A. All children except Bholi was healthy and strong. Answer. All children except Bholi were healthy and strong. B. Since childhood, everyone will have calling her Bholi. Answer. Since childhood, everyone had been calling her Bholi. C. If girls goes to school, who will marry them? Answer. If girls go to school, who will marry them? D. New clothes was never made for Bholi. Answer. New clothes had never been made for Bholi. New clothes were never made for Bholi. E. The garland were flung into the fire. Answer. The garland was flung into the fire. F. Do you want to hear more? Answer. Do you want to hear more? In quotes. G. Aren't that right? Answer. Isn't that right? H. I will teach us in the same school. Answer. I will teach in the same school.